Sourced and bottled in majestic mountains, liquid death mountain water will murder your thirst.
Now I'll pour it with death.
Alright, check.
Are we gonna have to watch that every time? Just playing with you. Hi, everybody.
Hey, that's how we get corporate sponsorship. Good morning.
Let me get my coffee because I'm really tired. So, it's really, really, really hot here. And, we don't have central AC. So we only have AC in like a crappy AC in the living room and then a really good one in this room that we're sitting in now. So we blew up a blow-up mattress and slept on it last night. So I'm like, ugh, my back is killing me. I found the age. In which sleeping on a blow-up mattress is no longer a great idea. Apparently it's 38. Forgot where I was going with this. It's really warm though. It's really, really, really warm in LA and a lot of other places in the Southwest. Yeah.
Also, Brian was bragging that he doesn't have to watch the ad because he's a subscriber. Not entirely true, because it's not really an ad. I mean, it is an ad, technically speaking. However, it's not an ad that I get paid for. It's an ad that I choose to show you guys because of my love for liquid death and how they murder your thirst.
Thanks, Brian, for subscribing for
5 months. Jesus, I'm old.
That's how long you've been doing this. A little, almost as long as we've been at home.
Yeah. I just sent Brian a care package. He got his dog ate one of his nephrite pins.
Oh no! Wait! Like one of the
yeah, like one of the metal ones. So I mailed him a replacement metal one and a whole bag full of goodies, just so that to thank him for his support. Look at that, 5 months of subscribing. So
dog.
I think he just chewed it.
Okay.
I think he just chewed it up.
I was gonna say that sounds very dangerous. Aw, I didn't know you said that.
Yeah, so just saying we stand by our supporters and our fans, and just a small example of how we want to run this company. I mean, obviously that doesn't scale to millions and millions of fans, but hey, until it does, we'll stand by our stuff. Ted's right, it is hot. I need to murder my thirst.
I think Obama, the cat, is jealous that you have any water right now.
Yeah, he's just walking back and forwards right here where you can't really see it. It's kind of...
I left the shower on for him, so... Because he demands it.
Oh, you guys have a pit bull. Nice.
I didn't even think that those could be chewed up, but I guess the resin, the colored part of the pins, could be, indented with little doggy teeth.
Doom Guy says, I watched the last stream on my computer, and I'm usually on mobile. The delay is 20 seconds. Delay... the audio delay? What are you referring to? I don't think we have any audio delay.
Yes, Ted, that is my cat rocket launcher. Justin does a better job with it, but, yeah, he's a really annoying cat, but he doesn't scratch or bite. So you can pick him up and, do things like that, and he'll deal with it. We also just have an empty bed here. There's the dog laying right off camera, as per usual.
What a jerk.
Hey, thanks for following, Marco Dev. What up? Oh my god, you have a Mastiff? Holy
Cow.
yeah. Those are some big ass dogs. Damn. There's like 6 cats? That's how we had a lot of cats. We have 3. Why'd you do this?
Why'd I do what?
You moved.
I didn't move it, I minimized it, so you stopped staring at yourself in the camera. The chat's right there.
Now I'm just gonna be looking over here.
Well, look there, it's fine. Yeah, it's really, like, bad when you have, the stream on, because you want to, like, make sure everything's in frame or whatever, and you find yourself just, like, staring at the OBS to make sure, and it's like, I shouldn't be talking to myself.
I'm my favorite person. I have no problem with that.
Oh. Cult of the Dead Cow. Yeah, we can go with that.
Oh, okay, I get it. That's great that she works at a vet. Brings home all the babies.
Yeah, I don't mind being associated with the Cult of the Dead Cow, Marco. So here we are, another Sunday. This week has been something. The Doomtrooper side of things has been interesting because it felt like for a minute that like we were getting all the bugs handled and things were getting a lot more stable and I was fixing a lot of like underlying problems, and then the last like 48 hours you guys have broke. It's like the same 2 things but like constantly again and again and again, and I mean that's bad. I don't know if something that I changed caused that, or there was one change that I made that seemed to be causing a bug. It was some code that Invader wrote that he didn't comment. So I have no idea what it was for, and it was very confusing. So I removed it to fix another bug. And I'm worried that that could have introduced some of the bugs that people are seeing, but I don't know, we'll see.
So much fun.
Yeah, so Young Guard, people are getting him to do weird things, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, I can't wrap my head around how the things that are happening. Like, somebody's saying that they activate him and he discards himself, but then he, like, shows up back. The only thing I can come up with is it's related to the other bug with interrupts, where maybe somebody plays a miscommunication and somebody activates Young Guard to cancel it, so Young Guard goes to the discard pile, and then somebody plays Get Me Out of Here. There's that bug people have been reporting where it, like, rolls back the combat stack so that miscommunication never happened or something crazy. So maybe it's rolling it back and Young Guard's coming back into the squad. I don't know. Gonna come up with, like, some new bug bounty rewards so that if people can reproduce these in a way that I can reproduce them so that I can fix them, then they get free stuff.
So that's everything. If you cannot reproduce something, you can't fix it.
Yeah, like I can't spend 1,000 hours just trying to reproduce a bug that only happens 1 in a million times, and then I will never get anything else done. So it's unfortunate.
So the moral of the story is provide as many screenshots and steps that you took as soon as you realize there's a bug.
Well, yeah. And the second moral of the story is I was just talking to, I think, YZ in Discord. It's like, you report the bug, and I mean, you guys are trying to help, I get it. You report the bug and you say something like, YZ said, I played Young Guard. I mean, I'm making this up, but let's assume he says, I played Young Guard, I activated him, he went to the discard pile, and then he showed back up. It's like, cool, that's a bug. However, some people will go a step further and say, I played Young Guard, and I was fighting against a Chaussier, and this happened. Okay, cool, that's still a bug. But the thing is it 9 times out of 10 has nothing to do with the Young Guard, really, nothing to do with the Chaussier, and probably nothing to do with whatever cards you played first. It has to do with some other card on the board, or something you played 2 interrupts prior. Like, it's never as obvious as it seems. Very rarely. 1 time out of 10, it's a typo or something, and we can fix it really quick. But usually it's not at all anything related to what just happened to make the bug appear. It's related to something else on the board that you're not thinking about. So I'm trying to come up with a way to track those down easier. and I don't know what to do. I'm thinking about maybe today looking at our bug command that we kind of retired, like nobody really uses it, and seeing if maybe you type bug in the console and it'll take a snapshot of the whole state of the game and send it in to me so that I have it. So when you say like bug, Young Guard is broken, I will also get like the last 5 turns and what cards are on the board and that kind of thing, which might help me. But that's a lot of data for me to sift through. Like it'll take me 15 minutes just to read that file when it gets to me, and that's not good use of my time either. So I'm kind of at a loss since we lost our other like low-level programming help. Like it all falls on my plate, and if I don't have a solution, the only thing I can do is just sit and stare at it till I come up with a solution, and that sucks.
Well then. Arch-Inquisitor says him and the wife are going to be trying to get a video.
You know we got the chat up here, right?
No, I don't. There's so many things happening, and
It hooked up with another monitor.
this to be on the other monitor. I'm not enjoying this at all.
This was never on the other monitor. Why do you want this on the other
I
monitor?
don't know. Because I want to be able to see myself.
You want this on the other monitor.
I want that there. That's perfect. Keep this here. This is great. 'Cause now I'm looking at myself, but I'm looking up at the camera.
Kind of.
I like it.
Not really. You're looking next to the camera and you
I
look...
don't care. I can see myself, and that's what counts. Okay?
Well, we all know why Julie's here.
Cute.
Anyways, so I'm trying to do some of that work today and track down maybe a little bit of what's going on with Young Guard. Maybe somebody will find some steps in chat and can help me out with that. Then I'm also adding a handful of new cards and maybe fixing a few UI bugs. It looks like the Monday update's going to be a little smaller than I wanted because I had... Let's see, I got a new accountant, I got a new bookkeeper, we got a new lawyer. The lawyer has provided IP assignment documents to me so that I can make sure that I own the rights to all the music, so we stop getting copyright strikes on YouTube.
Fun.
He also gave me new NDAs so I can have people sign stuff. He also gave us our first draft of our terms of service and our privacy policy, which
Yeah.
I need to go live before we start selling packs a lot and stuff.
So I think you had a big like administrative week doing that kind of stuff, which was super important. We had some tax stuff that needed to get worked on so that we could be current and up to date. I also started a new job, and we had to drive an hour plus south to like go there to pick up my laptop and all this other stuff. So sorry, thank you.
Hey, Thorgal said Young Guard looks intermittent. Tried another game, it was okay. I'm guessing, I always call it Sherlocking, which is trying to solve a bug without actually looking at code. I am guessing it has to do with either miscommunication, malfunction, or get me out of here. Because those are the main problem cards that have been reported that cause weirdness with the interrupts. And so when we first coded interrupts, we coded it like magic, where there's a stack where you play a card, I play a card, you play a card, I play a card, you play a card, you're done, I'm done. Then it just resolves them all in a row and it's done. But then we reread the rules, and Brian clearly says that there is no stack in Doomtrooper cards resolve immediately. So we recoded it. So now what happens, is maybe this will help you track down bugs, is when you play a card, it like stores a checkpoint of the last card that was played. If you play a miscommunication to cancel that card, it just rolls back to that checkpoint. So I think what's happening is like you'll play a card like an interrupt, then you'll play something like Young Guard, then get me out of here, and then when it rolls back, it's like forgetting that the Young Guard had been discarded. I don't know how difficult it'll be for me to track it down, but I think it's related to something like that. Also, 1 second. right, sorry, brief aside regarding conversations with my lawyer. Wanted to make sure Julie was filled in on some, intricacies of things we can and can't talk.
I didn't say the thing anyways.
No, she did. We're good. I just wanted to make sure that she didn't.
I always feel like a kid on these sometimes. It's always like, oh, let's make sure Julie's doing okay.
Doom Guy said, wouldn't it coding it like a stack work better as well and have the same outcome? I don't know. I thought so, but after a discussion and reading the rules, it was decided no. The stack version is still in code. So I don't know if it works, but it's there. Because, as you know, we want to use the tools that we've made.
Drink, yeah. There we go.
We want to use the tools that we made to make multiple card games. So we might need different interrupt styles in other games. So we can flip a configuration flag and it'll do stack-based interrupts versus reactive interrupts, but they haven't been tested in a long time. So I don't know. I just know the rules specifically say there is no stack. So that's something to think about. Oh, and I briefly mentioned it earlier, but I ordered another monitor. I've talked about it before, which is a really nice 1440p, 240 hertz, but it ships later this year, and I'm going to put it vertically over there. Well, I decided to give Windows What?
Nothing, I'm just laughing. There's already 3 monitors, and it's a lot.
Well, I decided to give Windows development for Doomtrooper another chance because Windows has this thing called WSL, which is Windows Subsystem for Linux, which allows you to have a Linux command line inside Windows, but when you run programs, they show up in Windows, if that makes sense at all. I'm technically running Ubuntu on my command line, but I can run Doomtrooper in Windows, and I don't have to switch operating systems. So I took a chance last week and this week in my downtime, and I got it working, and I've successfully checked in a few bugs from the Windows side of things. So I still love Linux. My Linux computer only has technically 2 monitor outs, very specific ones, and I really want to use all my monitors for development for a while to try it. So anyways, I went and got one of the secret cow level monitors until my new one comes here and hooked it up vertically over there. And it's kind of neat. So I'm going to be working all day today. I got a little tiny 15-inch up here that I'll put maybe my terminal on or Spotify. And then I have the vertical one over here, which will have my code. Code can be really nice vertical for larger files so you can see more. And you don't really need the width for your code unless you're splitting windows vertically or horizontally. And then I have the giant ultra-wide that I can put anything I'm working on, like my debugger, browser, and maybe Doomtrooper client itself. And it'll make it should be the perfect amount of windows that I never have to,
Are you sure? You're gonna
lose
always
things. So it's an interesting thing. If anyone has any questions about nerdy stuff like that, hit me up because basically it's Windows, it's WSL2, which is on the newest version of Windows. And then there's a app in the Windows Store called Windows Terminal, which is a tab-based command line that each tab can be anything you want. So you can have one tab be command line, one tab be PowerShell, one tab be Ubuntu, and one tab be Debian or Arch Linux or whatever you want. And they're all running on the same computer. It's really neat, but I don't know if it's something that Windows and Microsoft are gonna fuck up. But they keep getting better on it. It used to be really bad, honestly. It used to be not worth using. And it's usable now, so I'm going to be working this update and the next one from Windows for a change, which is crazy because I used to hate Windows years ago, but Microsoft has been doing some really cool shit lately. They bought GitHub. There's a famous quote from Bill Gates that described Linux as the enemy, and they'll never support Linux. And now that Bill Gates is gone, the new guy, Sunji, I think? Can't remember his name. He is really opening up to the idea of open source, integrating Linux into Windows to stay current, using Linux in the Microsoft cloud. There's some crazy shit. They own GitHub, which means they own the Atom code editor and VS Code. They own Electron, which is what Doomtrooper is based on. So Microsoft is it's a new company these days. Especially if you look at that new Surface Duo they have coming out, which is the dual screen Android phone.
All right, thanks, Brian.
It runs Android. Android is Linux and not owned by Microsoft. It's a crazy crazy times for Microsoft to be supporting things like Linux and Android. So I'm giving them another chance. I encourage you guys to give them another chance. I don't know. See you, Brian.
For now. How's about you talk about what cards you're hoping go into the game this week?
I'm not ready for that.
Get ready.
Yeah, no, but I'm not there yet.
I know you have to like bring up the game. And...
Oh, as a reminder, please keep posting positive reviews.
Yeah, I was waiting for a pause to say that. So, some folks it seems do not quite understand the whole early access thing. Because I've gone through the negative reviews and people kind of they don't say the same thing, but they say similar things that I'm like, yes, it's not done. They're like, feels like it's not done. I'm like, it's early access. It's in beta. Thanks for getting with the convo. So yeah, if you guys would just not mind giving, you don't even need to write anything, or you can write one word apparently. So just say, great job, guys, or amazing. I don't know.
How about this game is awesome. We really appreciate the hard work that people like Julie, Justin, and Steve put into this every day. They're real people.
Our lives are just Doomtrooper 24/7.
Also, it's kind of hilarious that my programming streams, now that I started doing React.js, have an average of more viewers than the Doomtrooper streams, which used to be the other way around.
Insulted by that. Doom Guy, I don't know. I think they stay, but I think maybe they have a tag. It says like early access review on them. So I'm wondering if that just stays, but then when the game is not in early access, it'll just not have that tag.
And I'm not crazy worried about that kind of stuff. Like, there's truth to the reviews, you know. I appreciate people speaking their truth, and if we make a shitty game, then we made a shitty game, and that's how it goes. I'm not gonna like hate on them for that. I'm only frustrated at the one-word reviews and the people are just trying to become Steam curators or whatever, and then the reviews that are like, thumbs down, feels like this game isn't done yet. It's like, well, that's like, I don't know, that's like going to see a Tom Cruise movie and being like, thumbs down, Tom Cruise was in this. It's like, well, yeah, that's cool. Thumbs down, the sky is blue. Like, you gotta be understanding that we are an indie studio and we are early access. So if you say this game doesn't seem as good as Hearthstone, it's like, cool, that's a fact. And this game doesn't seem as
somebody
like
told us to
finished.
actually check out something that Hearthstone does, and I was like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, we don't.
When you give me the like millions of dollars to pay animators and stuff, yes, cool. Anyways, so that would be really helpful. It's like a few of us doing all of this. So, speaking of, I see Matt, M. Knots, and Steve lurking. What up, you guys? Yes, so yeah, and Kevin's not around, but Sinspitter is another person that helps us out and does all of does a lot of our marketing for us. Thanks, Doom Guy. Anyways, it's super appreciative if you can just give a positive review. Thanks.
So cards you mentioned earlier. So these are the cards we're working on.
So
I think
we just closed off. He just isn't really doing anything.
not on the screen though.
Oh, okay. No worries.
I think these are the same ones we showed last week. We've been picking off this list, trying to get stuff done, but Amnesia. I don't know if this will retain my info, but so attached to Warrior is one action. The Warrior loses all text written on its text box except unique. So you'll be able to basically eliminate abilities with that card, which is interesting. And these are all examples of how we have to like subtly change cards. So how do we say this one? Typh? I don't remember.
Oh, I don't remember. I remember somebody even like putting it in chat on how to pronounce it. And,
so basically, it's your opponent must give you 2 destiny for every. We're gonna get rid of Brotherhood. So every warrior in his squad If opponent does not have enough destiny, take the remainder from the common pool. So that's an interesting card. Getting rid of Brotherhood is one thing that we could do. We could lower it to 1 destiny and make it 2 for Brotherhood, so it punishes Brotherhood more. And we could get rid of take the remainder from the common pool if we wanted to make it a little less give me lots of money, because that is a pretty powerful card. So we're going to be toying with that one. Minefield. Play on your defending combat during a fight combat. The attacker is automatically wounded and the combat ends immediately. If attacker is killed, points are earned. So that's going to be a card that causes lots of headaches for me, I can tell. Recollection.
Something to look forward to.
Play at the beginning of your turn. Instead of drawing cards from your draw pile, draw 2 random cards from your discard pile. So that's going to change to just play during your turn. Next turn, you draw from your discard pile instead of your draw pile. So it'd be like a 1-turn fluff.
Is the art broken, or it just doesn't have art? I see.
No, it's just for the tools. Okay. Yeah, these are all. I mean, we'll put them in their simplest format when we add them, and then obviously we'll tweak them as necessary. So Club Arcadin is a really important one. This is going to be changed from general affiliation to cartel and general. So your warriors with the cartel and general affiliation gain +5 to fight, shoot, and armor when attacked. So I would like to lower the buff to maybe +3 and drop the when attacked. Basically trying to make cartel decks a little more doable, more usable. The downside, yeah, see, Doom Guy spotted it immediately. The downside to this card is Bodyguard. So Bodyguard with Frontline gaining a buff that makes him insanely powerful would make people, even outside of cartel decks, play this card to combo with the Bodyguard to draw additional turns, which is not something that we really want to encourage. On the flip side, it is a great synergy, and maybe you need to make sure you have cards to kill supports in your deck so that this goes away. Or maybe you need Amnesia to take away the Bodyguard's frontline. I don't know. It might be a totally OP card, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. Field Repair Kit. So, attached to any equipment or fortification, if that card is ever forced to be discarded or annihilated, shuffle it into the owner's draw pile instead. So, it has to change a little bit. I'm not sure about the wording, but basically you can't attach it to an equipment. You can attach it to a warrior, and his equipment can be protected. So what did we write? Warrior on death. So most likely we will simplify this to attach to a warrior his equipment, if discarded or annihilated, will be shuffled into his draw pile instead. So it basically revives any equipment that are attached to that guy. So if you have like your favorite gun or whatever, you know, it comes back. Bloodlust. We're trying to choose a warrior. He is wounded. Gain +1 tactical action. So it's a little variant on the other ones. As we start moving some of the general fate cards around into specific factions, I think it'll make more sense. For right now, it might not be as useful. Illumination. Target loses power immunity. So you can turn off power immunity on a guy. Should be interesting. Pacifism. So pacifism is both combatants and their attachments are immediately discarded. The combat ends. So it kills both, not kills, but it discards both combatants, which is going to be an interesting card. I'm working on Narrow Escape. So play immediately after your warrior is killed in combat. The warrior is not killed, but remains at its pre-combat status. So what we are doing is adding a new keyword, I think, called Resurrect. And that means when he dies, it will call a resurrect script, which will bring him back to a certain place. And I think we can reuse that on cards like Field Repair Kit, where when their equipment are discarded, they are resurrected back into your draw pile or something along those lines. So it's gonna it's a first attempt to unify cards that come back from the dead kind of thing. And monetary discrepancies. Obviously, we can't do play at the beginning of your opponent's turn, but you pay 6 Destiny. Opponent may not play attachment or support cards until the beginning of his or her next turn. So we already have the no fate keyword. This is going to add no attachment, no support.
So they basically can't do anything but like attack you.
Well, they can play warriors, they can play fate cards, but they can't give their attachments or support cards out for the next turn.
Big guy decks would be buffed a bit from the resurrect.
Yeah. We could also make it like non-unique warriors if we need to balance it, but you know, we kind of see what's happening. And then some cards that we can't add yet that we're doing R&D on. Clumsiness is play on opposing combat with a blade and choose another warrior in the squad. The combat strikes the chosen warrior. The warrior may not retaliate. So basically, you attack me with your guy, I play this card, and he hits another guy and does damage. So it's kind of like combat without the ability to interact with it. So if he kills the guy, points are earned, and then this combat happens as normal. So we're trying to figure out how to do that. And then Commando Raid, play during combat, supports are blank during this combat. So we need to figure out how to disable supports like we disable flags.
That image is super metal.
Yeah. So those are 2 new cards we're trying to add. So we're trying to work through this list. And then there's an entire list of ability interrupt cards. So there's a fair amount of, there's 11 of those that are supposed to work like a Young Guard. So as we fix Young Guard, we will
come back to these. Yeah.
Add all those. Yeah. Which will be pretty easy to add once we know the system with Young Guard is working.
Nice. There you have it. All of my chats are popping up a card late. I don't know why that happens for you. That is a long list.
Well, I mean, we're not adding them all tomorrow. It's just the list we're currently working off to get them in. And
so how many are going in tomorrow's?
Depends on how today goes, I guess.
Yeah, so Doom Guy asked, so is this like over the next month kind of thing, or?
I mean, we should be pretty close to done in the cards in the next month. So we're going as fast as we can.
Yeah.
And by we, I mean me, and then a little help from, what is his name in here? Dota and Adam, who are helping with cards as well.
Yeah.
Why is dog not in his bed?
It's just next to the bed.
What? Why are you not in your bed?
I don't know. The floor's pretty good.
Don't like the camera?
He hates the camera. We have some camera-shy animals in this house. Our last corgi was not camera-shy. He was super outgoing. Going to put the kids to bed. Oh, goodness.
Oh, it's
It's
so...
like she's starting our day all the way out here. Good night, Zord. Thanks for stopping by and watching us.
So, yeah. Let's see. This is... I don't even know... Well, let's see. I'm going to see if I can load the other version of Doomtrooper, the dev version. Let's give it a shot. So I was just talking about running Linux here. We need this program. It's so complicated, but it works. Ish.
Ish.
Alright, let's
Trooper is loading.
see if I can get it to load though.
Yeah.
Bear with me 1 second. Window capture.
Doomtrooper.
There we go.
Doomtrooper.
Yeah, so we're still working on the new deck builder. I know it still looks the same, but it is, you know, the new deck button doesn't work. There's this new Get New Decks button, which loads the window, which I'm currently working on finishing the APIs for. So this will show a table of all public decks that people have marked as public, so that you can scroll through and click a deck and add it to your collection. It'll be a really rough UI to start, but we will expand on that. You know, once the APIs and the UI are in, we can make it as pretty as we want. And the filter, let's see, let me move, whoops, wrong window. Hang on.
Whoops.
Where's the webcam? There it is. Aha. Sucks because wherever I put it, there's going to be something there I want to show. So the filter, I think we showed last time, we changed it a little bit, where obtained cards and unobtained cards are separate toggles. So you can actually just show me cards I don't have if you want, which is kind of fun. And you can also search in here for keywords, which will add more to this box eventually. But searching for Slayer will show you all cards that are related to have the word Slayer on them, which is nice. So a few improvements happening here. And then when you're in the deck, this is what I'm currently working on, is adding the plus and minus buttons here and making this all work really well. I know it looks, we just got on stream last time, we got the look the same. Trying to figure out, the big problem now is I need to put a button somewhere, which I think I'm just gonna put right under here, all the way across, that just says sorted by name. And when you click it, it'll do sorted by type, sorted by value, and it'll just cycle through them. So you can sort this list differently. And then there's this new deck details button. When you click it, you get a new menu. There we go again, see? I'm gonna move my face. You get this new menu where you'll be able to do different things with the deck. So on here, you'll be able to delete your deck, as well as mark it as public to share it, and assign cosmetic items, which is probably not going to be in the first version of the new deck builder, but maybe a very simple version of it, where you can say, like, when I use this deck, I want this avatar, this card back, and this title, so that, you know, you can have your Algaroth stuff attached to your Algaroth deck and your Imperial stuff attached to your Imperial deck, or you can be super weird and have your Brotherhood stuff attached to your Capital deck. Like, just kind of up to you what you want.
Can you see the card count anywhere?
Yeah, it is on top. It's here. And it's kind of broken right now. It's showing unique cards, not total cards. So I'm working on fixing that, because I redid how it calculates everything to be a lot more efficient, but now it'll be better. So then the stats here will show you your current stats with this deck, and then your previous stats with this deck before you changed it. And you'll be able to click to restore previous versions if you want. And then importing and exporting here, you'll be able to click a button to download the deck as a file onto your hard drive, or upload a file that you've saved, so that for people like Mobiux, who have like 400 decks, if we do need to limit that, he can still have all of his decks. You can just save them to a folder on his Dropbox or something, and then import them in here, which will be nice. So that's a big step there. And then marking it as public, then other people will be able to come in here and get it as public decks eventually. The mark as public thing I might hold back for a future update, and for now just have like developers and certain other people able to mark them as public. So we'll have a list of decks here that people can try, but then we'll turn on the ability for other people to do it once it's tested with like developers for the time being. Yeah. And I think we need to make another sorting button here, where you can sort this by name or by faction or by whatever, so you can find your decks a little bit easier. It's the same problem though, like where to put the sort button. It's a little awkward in the UI, but we'll figure it out. And then there's a few There's a few little things to fix, like you'll notice the hover's not here. I have to bring that back. The drag and drop is hooked up, but it doesn't actually do anything yet, which is what I left off last time on stream. So, and then the right click to get the details of the card isn't in yet. So there's a lot of little things to hook up. They're smaller tasks than they seem. It just, as everything, it's just time, getting time in there.
Always need more time.
Yeah, there's never enough time. Where's my paper? So as I've said before, we're trying to get
Show your field notes.
My field notes?
Yeah. This used to make a. We used to see this all the time. So when we did things and like went out in public, he would carry this, and it's interesting because obviously he's such a tech-forward person, but he would carry this little field notes, and he has many of them. This is like the sixth one or something, and he has like the tiniest handwriting, and he'll write out all of his plans. He'll draw like UI details out and like the way he wants the screen to look. Like I said, this is like his. I don't even know what number you're on. But
I think it's like 4th or 5th.
Yeah. Even at conventions, he'll sit there, like, people will come up to us and they'll talk to us about, like, oh, like, I do this, or you should do this, or whatever, and he's just, like, writing down, like, people's info, or writing down bugs that show up while we're, demoing.
So we're working on, so this is, like, probably the last thing for today, and probably the most important thing. So we're working on getting to what I'm calling the next phase of the beta. So the current phase of the beta is really just a wider alpha. It's pretty much the same as alpha, just more cards, more things to test, that kind of thing. The next update, which is nearing completion, is the 0.9 update, which will be first off, it'll be very impressive to me because we're currently on 0.8.7. And usually we get to like 0.43 before we're able to flip the middle number. But we're a lot more organized and efficient these days, apparently. So when we flip to 0.9, we will have the new deck builder, which I showed you. We will have the lore and mission cards enabled. So you'll be able to earn lore and mission cards and activate mission cards in the simplest format. It'll probably only be a handful of lore cards added to earn, but they're going to be there. And we'll start hooking those up for the following stuff. Then the Kickstarter rewards will go live. So anyone who backed the Kickstarter or bought a convention pack or any codes that you've attached to your account, those are going to be activated. So when you log in, you will earn all that stuff, which is important. And we will be adding the Second Chance Kickstarter rewards, which is a little bit of a variant, to the storefront. So you'll be able to come in here and there will be like a retro supply crate and the faction packs from the Kickstarter with a few things removed from them, the Kickstarter specific ones, and you'll be able to purchase those. So that'll be exciting. Also, Dota has been helping fix this screen. So we're basically getting rid of this whole pane on the right and expanding everything over. So when you're browsing your avatars, you will see them in a bigger grid, and ones you don't have will show up that are available, and they'll be grayed out. And you can highlight them to see how to earn them. So as we add more stuff, excuse me. That was a weird burp time. As we add more cosmetics and you see something you like, you'll be able to click on it and see how to earn it so that you can earn it over time. So that'll be in 0.9 as well.
Yeah, I think it's important for people to see what they can work towards.
As well as the emotes tab, which never got added. You'll be able to see all the emotes you have, which is nice, and how to earn additional ones that you're missing out on. So that will wrap up in the next, hopefully, 2 weeks, and we'll release the 0.9 update. And then that's tons of new cosmetics and tons of new things to collect between the lore and the mission cards, not to mention all the new cards that we're adding. And then we will be working on the 0.10 update, which is scheduled for Halloween. So the 0.10 update marks the switch to the new beta. So that will include all of the back-end work for unlocking packs, which Doom Guy's been helping with the algorithms, which means we store the number of packs you own right now, but we'll make a new API that when you want to open one, it will send a message to the API saying, hey, I want to open a pack. And the API will then do the random number generation, figure out what's in the pack, send it back to you, and show you the UI for clicking on them to open the cards. So that's a huge step, being able to open packs. The important thing is that we need to test that. So this is where it gets weird, and we're going to put tons of announcements, tons of blog posts, tons of notifications in the game.
Pay
But
attention. This is a big, kind of a big deal right
so
here.
with the 0.10 update, hopefully on Halloween, we will be removing everybody's collection of free 10 of every card, and we will be unlocking the ability to open your packs. Now, the important thing is this is not when you get to open your final collection. This is for testing purposes.
Yeah.
So if you purchase the pre-order, the convention pack, the Kickstarter rewards, or we will add additional packs to the store for you to buy, you'll be able to open them immediately on Halloween, fingers crossed. And then for the November season, you'll be playing with your own collection, and you'll be giving feedback on what cards you earned, if you thought it was fair, did you think you get enough, whatever. Then on the December 1st, and as long as we stay in this beta phase, which will hopefully only be a couple months, you will be able to reopen all your cards for the next season. So when we start the new season, we will wipe the collection and let you reopen the packs again. And then once again, we'll ask for feedback. We'll tell you what we changed. We'll try to make sure that the packs are fair, that you guys feel like you're getting your money's worth and whatever. And then that would hopefully only last a couple months. And then when we're happy with the base cards all being added and mostly balanced, and that we think that you are getting your money's worth for the cards, you will open them one more time, and that will be the last time, and you get to keep all your cards. So
to summarize, there is a period of time in which you will get cards, and then you will have to say goodbye to those cards later.
yes.
So,
But it also allows you to play fast and loose. So 0.10 also will add crafting. So you'll be able to trash cards and make new ones. So you can hone in on the deck that you want for that season without having to worry if that deck's going to suck or change or whatever. And you'll be able to, if you screw something up, you'll just get a clean slate for the first of the month for the next season. It'll make the seasons a lot more interesting because people like Thorgal won't have the perfect deck on day one, and we'll have to, we'll have to be a little more competitive. Now, probably people are going to ask, well, what about if I don't want to buy, I don't want to spend money? Like, well, I respect that, but I hope I can change your mind, because if we don't make money, we can't continue Doomtrooper past, 2021. But that is a valid way to play this game. So the 0.10 update will also include the new tutorial in some fashion, even if it's a work in progress, and the new user onboarding. So that means we will treat you like a new player again, and when you come in, you will get what new players get, which might be complete the tutorial and earn your choice of a few starter decks, and you get all those cards in your collection.
anything to encourage people to play the tutorial.
Well, yeah. But you'll also get a fair number of packs for free, just for being a new player, because we want to encourage you to start making your own decks. So maybe you like Imperial, and you take the Imperial starter deck, and then we give you, say, 20 packs. This is all, subject to change. You destroy a bunch of the cards in the packs, and you use it to craft better Imperial cards. And you just hone in on one really good Imperial deck, and you didn't spend any money. And that's totally doable. But then also, we'll be asking for feedback. Like, as a person who didn't buy anything, did you get enough cards to make a decent deck? Like, is that something that you felt comfortable with, and whatever. And then most likely what we will be doing is anyone who plays during these beta seasons will get a engagement reward. So you'll be able to come in and say, the first time you log in during one of these seasons, we just give you a bunch of bonus stuff, like packs. So it's like
Speaking of packs,
5 free packs or 10 free packs or something just for playing the season.
cards are going to be in a pack, 5 plus a bonus reward.
So yeah, it is currently set to 5 plus a bonus, so it could be 6 cards, could be 5 cards plus a cosmetic or a lore card or something. It could be 5 plus a free pack. There's lots of stuff that bonus can be, but that's another thing that we want to test. So we want to see, did people feel like they got too many cards, they didn't get enough cards? I mean, you'd be surprised what people will have opinions on. So, and on that note, the cards are also scheduled to cost, or the packs are also scheduled currently to cost $1 or slightly less than $1 a piece.
Oh.
So they are cheap to purchase. Oh, and all the coins that you ordered in beta, Jesus Christ. All the coins that you earned in beta, you'll be able to spend those on packs as well to get a head start. And lastly, what I want to do is, when we're done with the testing phases, then anyone who purchased cards during the beta period, I want to give them a bonus, at least 10%. So if you purchased, let's say you purchased 100 packs of cards during this beta season in order to help us test, then you'll get a bonus 10 packs or a bonus 20 packs when we go live, just as a thank you for being willing to spend money to help us test the system. Like, that's a big ask. So there will be a reward for that. And we'll also have the new supporter system, which is another way, if you don't want to spend a lot of money but you want to support Doomtrooper, it's going to be $5 for the season, and you will get stuff like the gold border around your avatar. You will get most likely some sort of experience point buff and reward buff to earn more stuff as you play, and you'll get a bunch of packs and probably one cosmetic per month. Just as a thank you for buying our version of what you could call like a battle pass. And that'll expand over time and let you earn additional things.
I love this. I only got 3 ultra rares per pack. This game sucks.
Well, not a lot of people are going to get 3 ultra rares per pack, you guys know, but yeah. The coins are going away when out of beta. Aren't. They are going away out of the final beta, but so the day we launch, so right now I'm discussing like the Halloween thing, which is just the next final beta phase, which is we're testing actual collections, packs, that kind of thing. It's and focusing heavily on balance and just wrapping things up. There will be a launch for that, which is where we will do the final reset, give you all your packs, give you your bonus packs again, or all your packs again, and then give you your bonus packs, and that'll be the last reset. And that reset will clear your level, your coins, your rank, your faction rank, all that stuff, and start over for earning the final versions of all the rewards. You keep your variant cards always. You'll never lose your variant cards. So if you earn them, you'll keep them. And you keep your titles, avatars, card backs, all that stuff. So that stuff will never go away, but the coins will. But that's why we're going to give you the chance to spend the coins on packs, because you get the packs in the reset, if that makes sense. So if you had 2,000 coins left over from buying cosmetics, and we say we do 200 coins for a pack, you could get 10 packs with your coins, and when we go live or every reset, you'll have those packs to reopen again. So packs don't get reset. It's kind of a lot of info to take in, but the gist of it is the next phase of the beta will let you open packs in the next, hopefully by Halloween, and it will reset every season as we finalize everything, which will be a few seasons. And then once everything is final, it'll go live one more time, wipe everything except your cosmetics, your number of packs, and from that point forward, everything is real. And we start working on the next expansion. So fingers crossed, it goes smoothly.
Anyone else played this when it got released in physical cards back in the day? Yes, absolutely. This one, we have a lot of folks on just.
You can't really see it with the light.
Turn the I'm gonna turn the fan up. No, you can see it. Okay.
You can kind of see it.
Yep.
Frozen bush.
This shit out. This is the actual fucking art from the back of the card.
It's watercolor and pencil.
It's there's definitely some like spray action on it. Yeah. Boom. Legit art. It's pretty rad. You can see the pencil strokes on it when you get up close to it.
It's also a cat.
Oh yeah, that's a cat. That's one of our voids right there. You can only see his little eyeballs.
So yeah, that's one of my prized possessions. Yeah, that's the thing. Frozen is everybody just had a small community. That's kind of what made Doomtrooper great. Is everybody had their little pocket of people that knew how awesome it was, that didn't really want to just play Magic the Gathering all the time. And we found that those little pockets kind of grew up all over the world. I mean, we've seen them in Italy, Sweden, the US, Czech Republic, Spain, France, Poland. I saw one in Russia.
Spain, Italy have like really legit groups with Facebook pages and everything to keep them, together.
Yeah. Also wanted to show
One time we had a friend that was he's American, but he lives in Italy, and so we sent him back to Italy with like all of these Doomtrooper stickers to go to what's the name of the Italian convention? Isn't it like Lucca something? Yeah, to give to those guys because they had a booth at this convention because they still do tournaments and stuff. So we do have we still have a trading channel on our Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're interested in connecting with some old school players, or maybe you want some cards or have cards that you want to sell, we actually do have a channel dedicated to that on Discord, which I will...
Also, recapping.
If you want to join our Discord.
So I have 4 finished notebooks from Doomtrooper development. I always put fun stickers. So
Valerie.
That is Budgie, which is the desktop environment I use on Linux. We got a cow, and we got Vince, and Discord.
BT dubs. Every time we're at a convention and like a small girl comes up, I'm always like, here you go. Here's a Valerie Duvall sticker.
And speaking of trading, so I've been meaning to get this out, but I didn't remember where I had it. I don't know if you can kind of get that. It's hard to see the gold.
Yeah.
But this is one of my prized possessions. So speaking of little pockets, I met a guy in Boston who played Doomtrooper.
Is his name Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And he carried around, he was like, oh my god, I remember this game. Me and my friends used to play it, our little pocket. And he pulls out his wallet. Now, he didn't know we even existed. He pulls out his wallet, and he goes, I always carry this with me just in case. And he had the narrow escape card. Just in case he ever needed to narrow escape from an event. He kept it in his wallet for like 20 years.
Oh my god, it must have been so beat up.
And he told me,
that.
we were talking about the rare cards, and he told me he had an autographed alien, and he brought it in and showed it to me. And like a year later or so, he hit me up, and he wanted to sell his collection, and he gave me first dibs on this one. So I worked out a deal to make sure I got it. So this is an actual Studio Parente autographed alien from a pack of Inquisition. It is the second one I've ever seen in person. Steve from Secret Cal Level owns Paul Bonner signed Necromore, which I actually owned for a minute, but I gave back to him because I figured it was fair.
Red ink around card, first edition, right?
Yeah, all of the Inquisition had the red
Let me see.
because they were limited.
It's like subtle. Oh, okay, I can see that red border.
Even though it's kind of full of shit, because I'm pretty sure Fred printed multiple versions, multiple print runs of Inquisition, especially because the game was so popular at that point.
So it just says Parente 1995.
Yeah, but the autographed Inquisition cards are incredibly hard to find, because if you assume that Fred from Target Games printed multiple runs, which I think you have to assume because Inquisition had plenty of runs, they only probably threw the autographed cards into the mix for the first run. So I have like 40 boxes of Inquisition just to find these, but there's a good chance that those boxes weren't from the right print run, which is a sad thing to realize. So these are like one of the holy grails of collecting, and I had to trade some pretty substantial stuff to get it. But
Didn't you? Is that the one where you only had one of this certain card, and you gave it up? You gave it up to get this one.
yeah, I actually broke up my collection,
Yeah.
my complete set of U.S. English Doomtrooper cards to get this card.
Yeah.
I traded Joker, which is one of the rarer Doomtrooper cards. So I'm still looking for a Joker if anybody wants to trade it. But I got
Tough decisions.
the autographed alien, which I'm very excited
Yeah.
about. So
Doom Guy says I have 10 unopened starter boxes, and I don't know if I should open them.
I have no unopened starter boxes. I did open mine, and I would definitely buy 1 or 2 of those boxes from you if you want to sell them. I need to get around
There
to
you
getting them.
go. That. Yeah, we have this one has many boxes though of which one is it?
Inquisition.
It's all Inquisition. There's so many. We
Yeah.
just were at the
In order to
storage
try to
shed.
get these.
Yeah, we were at the storage shed yesterday, and it's so many boxes.
I have sealed boxes of every English Doomtrooper set except Mortificator.
Yeah. Some more than others. Like some he has like 40, and then others he has like 2.
Just Inquisition. I think I have 2 Warzone boxes, but one of them is German, which if anybody wants, let me know. I would gladly sell it for whatever I paid. Like, I didn't pay very much. But Mortificator always goes for $500 or $600, and I would rather give that $600 to, say, an artist to help me with Doomtrooper or something along those lines than to spend it on a box of cards right
Like
now.
scream right in my face.
So anyways, just to recap, the 0.9 update in the next couple weeks, the new profile browser, Kickstarter rewards, new deck builder, and the lore and mission cards unlocking. And then the 0.10 update is scheduled for Halloween, which would be the API and UI for opening packs, new user onboarding, new tutorial, and the crafting system. I don't think I said the crafting system. That way, starting hopefully on Halloween, even if we're still adding a couple cards, since we reset the packs, you won't be missing out too long. We will be able to allow you to test opening packs, creating your own collection, crafting, building your own collection for free. We'll be officially able to test free-to-play players. So if you don't want to buy anything, you can come in and just play with coins, and you can let me know, like, I'm not earning enough coins or I'm earning too many coins. I mean, well, you won't tell me that part, but I can monitor your coins. I can see how you're doing. So, and like I said, any money spent during, we'll call it phase 2 of the beta or final beta, any money spent to buy cards and packs, you'll be rewarded when we reset for the final time with bonus packs. So, doing our best to stay fair to everybody and make sure that everything is on the up and up. But I appreciate you guys understanding, this is early access, this is beta, and opening packs and collections and that kind of stuff does need to be tested. So that'll be a fun transition though, because everybody will be building their own decks and packs and crafting and earning stuff, and I think it'll be fun. So you think you can earn 10k channel points? I'm not opposed to letting channel points earn packs, but I'll get back to you on that. This will be the first digital CCG I spend money on, but I'll be free to play to test out that stuff since I know what it feels like to be free to play. Well, Buck, I appreciate that. I hope that's what I want, is I want people who love Doomtrooper to also understand how much love I have for it and the whole team, how much mental health, money, everything we've invested into bringing back this great card game. And we get the real angry people online who say it's not exactly the same as second edition and first edition, so I'm not going to play it. I'll just play the physical game. And it's like, well, or they want us to make a physical game. And, we always tell them, that's great. If you have more than one person in your life that still plays Doomtrooper that'll come over to your house on a Saturday and play, or tournaments in your neighborhood, we will support that. And you can reach out to us and I'll send you t-shirts and pins and buttons, and you can give, if you run a tournament with physical cards, we'll give you,
which I was saying earlier, we did that. We did that for the group in Italy. I do enjoy that people use that kind of as a threat against us, and I always just respond, I'm like, you know what, it's really cool that you actually have people in person to play with.
Yeah, but the truth is,
starting because his friends are all over the country at this point.
We don't have, we're in the middle of a global pandemic, first off, so you should not be playing Doomtrooper with your friends. Depending on where you live, of course. If you're in New Zealand, maybe you can get away with it. But considering a global pandemic, considering adults have kids and don't have enough time to go over to their friend's house, or they live in different parts of their country or world and they don't get to play anymore, we could potentially have Doomtrooper here digitally that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, hopefully, fingers crossed, you can log in and find somebody to play against. And that is something magical. And that's what I want people to remember. I'm not telling you not to play the physical game. I'm not even telling you I won't make a 3rd edition physical someday if we have good profits. We've dreamt about making a box set of all of the 3rd edition cards that could be physical and selling it online, or doing a Kickstarter where you can play a non-collectible version of Doomtrooper at
Wait,
home.
tell me what happened with the 3rd edition that there's not.
This is 3rd edition.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about something else. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about that, but it's so far off right now because we're doing this.
Yeah, so I mean, there is something to be said about the classic game, and we will still support that. And if you guys do tournaments, like I said, hit me up and we'll send you stickers and buttons and pins and shirts and codes and all kinds of stuff. You know, provided that we can afford to send it all. And that's great, but digital is a different beast, and I'm excited to give people a chance to build their own collection. I mean, I call it closing the loop. Finally, hopefully on Halloween, you'll be able to log in, learn to play, earn and buy packs of cards and open them, build your collection, craft cards, build a deck, and then play online against someone all over the world with the deck that you just created. That is the whole loop that we promised years ago in our Kickstarter. So that is a huge, huge thing. Once we've delivered that update, we have, you know, the resets that we'll be testing. But we will have officially delivered everything from our Kickstarter. And that is a huge, like, weight off of our shoulders to be able to say that we did it. So I'm very excited about getting to that point, and I will be continuing to update people. I'm going to post a big Steam update about it that people can read, which I will link on a blog and in our email and to all the Kickstarter backers, and make sure that everybody knows, you know, how that next phase of the beta is going to function. So if you have any questions, join Discord and talk about it. If you have any concerns with that, I know other games have done resets. I'm hoping that the regularity of the resets will make it better for you guys. So you'll know the first of the month, your collection reset, and you will be reopening your packs. Or the last day of the month, your collection's reset. Maybe we'll give you like 1 day of padding where there's no season or something. I don't know. But I'm hoping that that is like something you guys can plan for. And yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
So there we go.
There we go.
Were you looking for someone to raid?
Someone to raid. Nobody really works in freaking JavaScript. Everybody's doing like Unity, C+.
Yeah.
But this is a female coder.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You had an idea, bring it to Discord.
She's using Unreal Engine.
What is she making?
Son. A fast-paced action-adventure called Mutu?
Well,
I don't know. You don't have to. We don't have to.
that's nice. We like to try to raid other people because we get raided in our channels where we encourage you guys to stick around and see somebody new. And if you're not into it, you know, it's no big deal. But it's nice to try to spread the love. The science and technology or programming Twitch is actually pretty small. And, you know, finding ways to get new viewers is always really exciting. So we're going to go ahead and say hi to this girl. Looks like her name is Aurora, or her company's called Auroral. I don't know. No, her name is Amber. I saw it. I don't know her, but hopefully it's interesting. I'm going to stick around and watch it a little bit, and I encourage you guys to watch it as well and see, maybe learn something new. And if not, I'll be back Tuesday night and Thursday night for my programming streams. We're going to try to wrap up this new deck builder so that we can get this 0.9 update out and be done with it. And then we'll be back next Sunday to talk about the update. And please, if you can figure out the bugs that are going on, there's one with a frozen combat and one with Young Guard causing issues and returning from the dead and shit. If you can recreate that and let me know, we'll come up with some way to reward you. Like, not just make it happen and let me know, but a way that I can make it happen. Like, 100% of the time when you play this card, then this card, then this card, this happens. And there's always a way to do that. It's just finding it can be really, really annoying. So we'll go say hi to this new person, and I appreciate you guys hanging out. And feel free to chat with us in Discord.
Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, thanks for showing up as always. We do this for our love of Doomtrooper, and we do it for people who love Doomtrooper. So we're going to keep doing it as long as you guys are here, and Fred lets us keep working on it. Fred being the owner of Doomtrooper and Mutant Chronicles. Great guy. Cool. So we're going to go raid Aurora and say hi, and that's it.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
See you guys online.